A lot of the guys that I do therapy with, there's a real underlying theme if they're not successful at dating. And they get this from, hanging out with people who believe there's a hierarchy or hypergamy, that basically women are looking for the most successful, the most popular, the most built guys, and all these other criteria on the outside that don't explain what this guy feels like on the inside. When you're a good guy and you feel like you're respectful and you'd make someone a great husband or a great partner, I think it can get really depressing if you go out and you find yourself rejected time after time. But before you get locked in a cynical cycle or you start feeling that all women are a certain way, I want to give you some tools where you can build up your dating confidence. You can feel better about yourself. So when you go out there, rather than looking for someone to get validation or acceptance from, you look for people who you can connect with, people who you could possibly work together and create a relationship you really love being part of. So let me give you some of these ways to restore your confidence, to build it, and to become a better version of what you want to put out there for others to see, possibly for someone else to date. So the first thing is, do a reality check versus cynicism. When you compare yourself maybe to the person that ended up with the significant other or the person you wanted to date, take a look at them and really watch them. Maybe there's more than just meets the eye. Maybe they do have a good job, but maybe they're also a different type of person that you might have faltered. Maybe they're more ambitious. Maybe they're more go-getters. Maybe they want more. Maybe they're out there working when you want playtime. None of these things are necessarily bad, but if you want that kind of a partner, then you're going to have to put yourself out there. Have you been slacking? Do you find it more difficult to get motivated? What is your goal setting like? Are you making goals? Are you achieving those goals? Or are you looking for someone to help you achieve those goals? Because that's not the purpose of finding someone you can connect with. When you're connecting with someone, you are the ideal version of yourself. Secondly, work on what you can control. What can you control? You can control what you do in your spare time. You can control how you take care of yourself. You can control whether you react to everything or you're able to pause. You can control the level of maturity you have. And you can control the way you approach someone. Maybe you're sloppy. Maybe your manners are careless. Maybe you've forgotten that you have to put effort into this. And if you have, then start working on those things. Get yourself in a place where you're going to be the best version of yourself, and that's going to take time. And as you're going through that, you may be putting out a vibe more of interest, of self-interest that they like, because they don't feel so overwhelmed that they have to be everything for you. Thirdly, avoid these toxic chambers that talk about how bad women are, how women only want one type of guy, how all women want money, or all women don't want to date, or they want the upper hand, or they just want as much stuff as they can. Because that's not the kind of person you're going for. And when you're surrounded by other men who are saying this, they're usually men that feel as rejected as you. They may feel like the losers. They may feel like they're never successful. And rather than them working on themselves, they're staying locked in that. Don't get yourself locked in those kind of silos or those kind of chambers, because if you do, you'll become like them, and you'll start looking to women like you want someone to help you up, and that is not attractive to a woman who's looking for a life partner or her forever person. The next thing is focus on abundance, not scarcity. When people begin thinking there's only one type of person, or all women want this one type. That's called a scarcity theory. You can be that way with money. You can be that way with your time. You can be that way with anything that you feel you prize. It's much better to notice the abundance. There's a lot of women out there who want a good guy to date. And the more you understand that, the more you start appreciating that, and then go to the areas that those kind of women that you want hang out. I think so much dating rejection is with men is because they keep going back to places that they want this type of woman, but this type of woman is not going to be receptive to the type of man you are. So it's very important that you be very clear, self-aware of the type of man you are. And then once you have that down, look for the females that gravitate toward that, and you'll probably be a lot more successful. Overall, I think it's very important for guys who are dating to understand up front, women are not looking for money. They're not looking necessarily for who has the best job. What they're looking for is someone who is secure, someone who is confident, someone who owns themselves, who's a whole person. And when they see that, they're very attracted to that. And they want to get to know that type of person. The reason, they feel safer, they feel protected, and they feel secure. They feel like you're your own person. And that is more important than anything else that you're telling yourself is important in getting the person you want. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.